Half the year has slipped by. Are your goals still dreams on paper? We all begin the year with grand visions, plans laid out, goals set, and a clear path ahead. But as the months pass, reality often paints a different picture. Here we are in June, and you might be realizing that your year isn't unfolding as expected. It's common to feel a mixture of frustration and urgency at this point. Perhaps the strategies you've deployed aren't yielding the fruits you anticipated, or maybe unforeseen challenges have thrown you off course. This is not just a bump in the road, it's a critical juncture that can define the rest of your year. What you need is a mid-year review. This isn't just a pause, it's a strategic reassessment to help you recalibrate your actions and expectations. Today, we dive deep into how this critical evaluation can empower you. We'll explore how taking this moment to stop and assess can help you realign your strategies with your actual goals. Are you ready to seize this opportunity to transform the second half of your year? Let's dig in and discover how a thoughtful, thorough mid-year review can catalyze a significant turnaround starting now. Welcome, coaches. I'm Jackie Appleby, online business manager, business coach, and your guide on this journey towards not just building a successful coaching business, but a transformative one. You want to grow your coaching business while leading your best life, and I share tips, tricks, and strategies to make that dream achievable. With years of experience in the coaching industry, I've helped countless coaches transform from overwhelmed and chaotic to being calm and thriving using my Coach to CEO framework. So if you feel like it's time to fish or cut bait, you are in the right place, my friend. As we embark on this journey through our mid-year review, let's take a moment to cast our minds back to the start of the year. January, a month filled with new beginnings and fresh ambitions. Do you remember the energy and the excitement? We all set out with grand visions, laying down plans, setting robust goals, and charting what we thought would be a transformative path for our businesses. If you're anything like me, you may have even done your annual planning earlier in 2023 so that you were organized and ready for a rocket-like takeoff in the new year. We often begin the year with this burst of enthusiasm. It's the time when we decide that this year will be different. This year will be the year for our coaching businesses. We identify key activities we believe will move the needle, launching new programs, enhancing client engagement, maybe even revamping our marketing strategies. But what happens when the dust settles and the excitement of those first few weeks begins to fade? Life resumes its usual pace, and slowly the daily grind begins to cloud our initial clarity and drive. It's natural for enthusiasm to wane as the year progresses. The goals that once seemed so crucial can start to feel less urgent or even less exciting compared to the new challenges and opportunities that emerge. This is a common experience, but acknowledging it openly allows us to learn from it and better prepare for the future. Remember, this journey is meant to be hard. It's supposed to challenge us, make us challenge our motives, and constantly feel like it's an uphill battle. Otherwise, everyone would do it. And we all know that only those with the grit and determination to work through these obstacles will allow us to come out on top. So as we stand here at the midpoint of the year, let's ask ourselves, are we on track with those ambitions we set so eagerly? Or have we let them slip through the cracks as the year's demands overtook our initial plans? This reflection isn't just about reminiscing or regretting. It's about harnessing these insights as a powerful tool for what comes next. With this understanding, we can move forward more wisely, adjusting ourselves as we navigate the rest of the year. But here's the crucial part. This isn't the time to be discouraged. Instead, this is the moment to take a hard, honest look at what's truly important. What has actually worked so far and what hasn't? And perhaps most importantly, What has changed in our business this year? This mid-year reality check is your opportunity to recalibrate. It's not about scrapping everything that you started with, but more about refining your focus and perhaps narrowing down on the essentials that will truly drive your coaching business forward. First, let's revisit your end-of-year planning. Pull out your annual goals and give a good hard look at where you are and where you expected to be at this point. Are you really in as much of a crunch as you thought? Or are you at the other end of the spectrum and in complete denial about what is actually going to get done this year? Sometimes just revisiting our goals can make the world of difference, especially if you are further forward than you thought. Next, add to your goals anything else that has snuck in over the last 6 months that you had not included in your plan, but now realize is a must-do. Quite often I find my plans are derailed by something else, but when I go back to my original plans, it either contributes to something that's already there or it takes the place of it. If it is something completely separate that was an addition, you may want to take something else off that can be moved to a different planning year. You simply can't do it all, and if your original plan felt realistic to get done this year, then it's unlikely you will find more room for extras. Next, let's break down your goals by the key area of your business where you might be feeling the pinch. Financial goals. This is usually the biggest hurdle. If you've watched this far and resonated with this is the year and you're still not seeing the financial goals you'd hope for being met, you could look at your pricing strategy, your value proposition, and your client payment terms. However, I'm betting it's less about what you're charging and more about what's sitting in your sales funnel. Looking back at the last 6 months, what goals did you set for your coaching programs at the beginning of the year? How far away from them are you? If you are missing 1 or 2 people, what conversations could you have today or in the next few days to close the gap? Do you have people who said they would come back to you that haven't? Do you have people in your sales funnel that you can follow up with? This is not about creating new revenue streams or adjusting your rates, but having conversations with people you want to work with. Go through your CRM and find people you know will benefit from working with you and get them on a call to understand what their objections might be. If you're still a considerable distance from your financial goals, the strategy is quite different. First, you'll want to reflect on what has been working to bring people in so far. If you've had some new clients this year or past ones that have renewed with you, where did you find them? What was it that had them say yes to you? How many leads do you need to convert to paying clients to hit your goals? Sometimes just getting clear on the number of clients you need to hit your goals can make all the difference. Then you'll want to put your strategies in place for finding these clients in the next 6 months. How will you find new clients or connect with past clients to be able to schedule 1 discovery call per day for the next few months? Next, let's look at your operational goals. Are your day-to-day goals not running as smoothly as planned? Did you have goals to streamline your processes through automation tools or delegate more effectively so that you could free up your time to focus on growth, but you haven't made those things happen? The big strategy here is to break down these tasks into small, manageable chunks. Often a reorganization project doesn't get off the ground because we are looking at it as a whole. The second strategy here to help is to map out your time on a calendar for working on these tasks. When you have an overwhelming to-do list, most days all you can do is start at the top, which means that you may never get to the items that are at the bottom. When you set aside dedicated time to get specific tasks done, it can help you move the needle. Now, I call this tiger time. It's a concept I learned from Amy Porterfield, and I have 3 days per week with 90 minutes mapped out for tiger time. Mondays are for operational projects, Tuesdays are for marketing projects, and Fridays are for program development. All things that were on my strategic planning for this year. The key is to ensure that the time is used for project work and not the day-to-day items. Those should already be part of your daily workload. Also recognize which tasks, strategies, or goals you are constantly pushing off and take the time to dig into why that is. What is getting in the way? Is this area something that you know will help you move forward and is just uncomfortable to you? Or are you thinking it's not as important as some of the other items on your goal list? It's okay to remove some of the things that you put on your goal list at the beginning of the year, especially if they now feel like they are not going to support you in this current phase. And that's another reason to do a mid-year review and ensure that what you are working on is what will give you the biggest bang for your buck. Now, we touched on sales and marketing as part of your revenue goals, looking at what is in your sales pipeline currently to hit those sales targets. However, getting leads to your sales funnel is part of your bigger marketing strategy. What goals did you set for marketing this year? Did you have growth goals for your email list and social channels? Were you planning to do more networking this year? How are all of those coming along? The strategy for this area is to look at what you have achieved and what the results were. So if you plan to post on social, say 5 days a week, and have been doing that, what are the results of this? Are you seeing an increase in conversions, connections, or engagement? This area is highly subjective as it will depend on what you as an individual chose to work on. And there is no blanket answer here, but reflection is paramount. If you've done the work but are not seeing the results, then you likely need to change some things around. However, if you haven't done the work, this is a different matter altogether. Hence the need for reflection and to see what you might be missing. Finally, let's look at your people pillar. I know many of you watching may not have a team or assistants in your business, but if you've been following me for a while and are familiar with the Coach to CEO methodology, you'll know that you cannot get to 6 figures and above in your coaching business and be able to live your best life without some kind of support in your business. Maybe your goal for this year was to figure that out. Similar to the operational goals, most people goals tend to be larger projects, like getting your SOPs organized or hiring an assistant. Again, look back at the goals you set in this area at the beginning of the year. Are they still pressing for this year's growth, or would your time be better spent in other areas? If you want to move ahead with them, what can feasibly be done to make progress by the end of the year? When it comes to strategic planning, an essential component for sustainable business growth, facing challenges directly is crucial. That's precisely why conducting a 6-month review is invaluable. Simply waiting until the end of the year to discover you haven't met your goals and then wondering why your business hasn't grown isn't an effective strategy. Adopting an optimized mindset means regularly checking and measuring the critical growth areas of your business and making necessary adjustments along the way. Without this continuous evaluation and adaptation, achieving the changes you desire in your business is very unlikely. We've taken a deep dive into the importance of a mid-year review today, uncovering the critical areas in your coaching business that might need recalibration. Remember, the goal of this review isn't just to stay afloat, but to thrive. By assessing and adjusting your strategies today, you're setting the stage for a more successful and fulfilling second half of the year. Strategic recalibration is about more than just keeping up. It's about taking control and actively steering your business towards the outcomes that you desire. It's about living your best life while running a successful coaching business. We've looked at financial goals, operational efficiencies, sales and marketing strategies, and the importance of having the right people around you. Each of these elements plays a vital role in your overall success. If this video has sparked new ideas, motivated you to reassess your path, or inspired you to make changes, I'd love to hear about it. If you found this vlog helpful, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more insights. Share this video with fellow coaches who could benefit from a mid-year boost. Together, let's transform your coaching journey into one that not only meets, but exceeds your expectations. Thank you for joining me today. And remember, every day is a new opportunity to make meaningful strides in your coaching business. Let's keep pushing forward, stay focused, and make the rest of this year truly remarkable. Until next time.